family at home? Yep. How many kids? Pretty old?
A gun makes it inside a police station, not in a locker, not in an evidence bag. On a suspect. This is 19-year-old Hollis Daniels. He's under arrest. He's been searched twice. And somehow, he still has a loaded gun on him. At this point, no one in the building knows that. The station feels routine. Fluorescent lights, paperwork, quiet footsteps in the hallway. Hollis sits in custody like any other college kid who got picked up for drugs. Hands free, no cuffs, no raised voices. Officer Floyd East Jr. is with him in a small paperwork room. No tension, no backup standing by, just forms, just questions.
Family at home? Yep. How many kids? Pretty old?
3 questions. Slow, deliberate. There's no reason for them. No benefit. No legal angle. 4 seconds pass. That's it. Hollis reaches down toward his sock. Not his waistband. Not his pocket. His sock. The gun comes up fast. A .45 caliber pistol no one caught. No one felt. No one saw. One shot. The sound punches through the station. It echoes off concrete and glass. Officers freeze, then move. Officer Floyd collapses. He never stands back up. Hollis doesn't hesitate. He grabs Floyd's body camera, turns, runs. Alarms start screaming. Doors lock. Dispatch lights up.
Got an officer down. He's shot in our briefing room. We don't know where the suspect went. He's about a 19-year-old white male, skinny.
What's he wearing?
Blue jeans, believe a light-colored T-shirt. He had mud on his jeans from the knees down.
Blue jeans and a white T-shirt?
Yeah, and he's got facial hair.
No one knows where Hollis went. No one knows how he did this. They only know one thing. A gun just fired inside their own building. The station goes into full lockdown. Hallways clear, weapons drawn. Radio traffic overlaps itself. Outside, patrol units flood the area. Inside, officers try to piece together the impossible. How did a teenager walk into custody armed? How did 2 searches miss a gun this big? How did cuffs come off? Hollis is already gone. He thinks he has a head start. He thinks the cameras missed it. They didn't. Every step he took was recorded. Every mistake he made is now evidence. And as the manhunt explodes across campus, one question starts to matter more than anything else. Not why he pulled the trigger, but how that gun made it past every single search in the first place. Because that answer starts hours earlier, before the station, before the paperwork room, before the shot, night before, the argument. It starts inside a house late at night with friends who know each other well enough to argue without filters. Hollis Daniels is there. So is Leo. Something shifts. Voices rise, tempers snap. According to Leo, Hollis takes his gun. Not a joke, not a misunderstanding. Leo says Hollis threatens him with it. That detail matters. This isn't vague drama, this isn't a rumor passed along later. This is a direct accusation involving a firearm. Hollis leaves the house. The tension doesn't leave with him. Leo picks up the phone and calls police. He doesn't hedge. He doesn't downplay it. He tells them exactly what he believes happened. His friend stole his gun. His friend threatened him. That call changes the stakes, because once a gun is reported stolen, once a threat is reported, this stops being a noise complaint or a roommate fight. It becomes a warning. Police respond. They locate Hollis. They pull him over. This is the moment everything should slow down. A reported gun theft. A reported threat. A suspect sitting in a car. If the weapon is found here, the story ends here. No dorm search, no station, no paperwork room. This call had the power to stop everything that came after it. Instead, it becomes the first missed chance. Because even with that warning, even with that phone call on record, Hollis keeps moving forward, still armed, still unchecked, and the next decision made during that traffic stop will quietly decide how the rest of this story unfolds. Traffic stop at 1:38 a.m. That decision comes at 1:38 a.m. October 8th. Red and blue lights hit the back of Hollis Daniels' car. Officer Floyd East Jr. walks up. Calm. Routine. That name matters.
Monster Police Department. Where were you coming from? We got a call about you causing a disturbance.
Disturbance?
Yeah, over at your friend's house. What's your friend's name?
Leo.
Because Leo didn't call about noise, he called about a gun. The questions tighten.
Do you have any guns or any weapons in the vehicle? Any drugs or anything like that? Step out here and talk to me, man, okay?
Is that necessary, sir?
Yeah, it is necessary. Okay?
Hollis steps out, hands visible, voice steady. He admits the argument, says things got physical, says he got thrown to the floor. But he repeats one thing. I didn't steal anything, especially not a gun. Floyd asks again.
You don't have a gun inside the vehicle? Do you have a gun on your person?
No, sir.
No, I pat him down. Yeah, I pat him
Do you
down.
care if we search your vehicle?
Yes, sir. I kind of do.
Thanks, sir. Oh, you don't want us to search your...
Then comes the question that decides the night. The officers step away. Quiet conversation. A choice. A reported stolen gun. A denied search. A suspect insisting nothing is there. They could push it. They don't. Minutes later, the stop ends.
Damn, he said I tried to kill him? Or he said that I said that?
Yeah, that's what he told the other officer. You can carry on with your night, man. Be home safe, buddy.
Hollis drives away. The gun drives away with him. And this traffic stop, the one that should have stopped everything, becomes the moment the story slips out of their hands. Because the next call won't come from a friend's house. It will come from a campus dorm. Dorm search. Drugs found. The search doesn't stop with the fake gun. Once officers realize the revolver is CO2, the room gets quieter, more focused. This isn't about a shooter anymore. Not yet. They start looking closer. Drawers, boxes, containers that don't belong in a dorm room. They can't identify everything at a glance, but they don't need to. Plain view is enough. None of this explains the gunshot report. But it explains why Hollis won't walk away clean if they find him. According to people who knew him, Hollis had been using pills heavily, mixing them with weed, trying to manage anxiety, trying to stay functional. Whatever the reason, it puts him in real trouble now. The officers start separating items, bagging them, documenting everything. The decision is made quietly. No raised voices, no drama. They don't have a firearm. They don't have Hollis. But they do have enough to arrest him the moment he walks back in. And that matters. Because this shifts the case from a welfare check to criminal charges. It puts handcuffs on the table. It guarantees another search, another transport. At 6:29 p.m., Hollis returns to the dorm. He walks straight into 4 officers standing in his room. He tries a fake name. It doesn't work. From this point on, he won't be out of their sight, and every decision they make next will tighten the chain around him. The drugs are enough to take him in. They just don't know yet that the most dangerous thing he's carrying still hasn't been found. Hollis returns to dorm. Hollis comes back to the dorm at 6:29 p.m., and he walks straight into it. 4 officers are inside his room, drugs laid out, CO2 revolver on the desk, the air already tense. An officer stops him at the door. The lie doesn't help him. It only raises the temperature. They don't yell. They don't rush him. Hollis does exactly what he's told. No attitude, no shaking hands. This is the first pat down, and it matters more than anyone in the room realizes.
Spread your feet out a little for me. What's all in this pocket?
Money?
Money? Yeah, I can take it out.
Yeah.
Is it okay to just empty out all your pockets while we're doing this?
Do you have...
Don't move your hand.
The officer starts at the waistband, moves down, methodical. The exchange stays calm, almost polite. The search continues, and somehow, impossibly, the gun isn't found. A loaded .45 caliber pistol is tucked tight against his body. Hidden. Close enough that later, Hollis would say the officer brushed right past it. Millimeters away. The officers notice other things instead. The fake name, the nervous questions, the way Hollis tries to steer the search.
So what's going on with all the stuff in your room?
I smoke pot sometimes, they said. And I have a few pills in there, yes, sir.
So all that stuff in there's yours?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hollis stays relaxed, almost casual. He even volunteers something. The explanation lands awkwardly, but it lands. Then another question.
Then we also got a report of the gunshot.
There was no gunshot. In here?
That's what we're told.
By who?
Somebody that heard it.
So yeah.
Oh no, yeah, I didn't know. Yeah, I wasn't even here last night. I was over at my buddy 28th Street. What time did the shot go off? Because if you look up the police reports from Officer what's his name? It was Duckworth, Officer Duckworth.
They do check, and he's telling the truth. That confirmation changes the tone again. At this point, the officers have drugs. They have lies. They have enough to arrest him. What they don't have is the gun. They decide to take him in. And as they do, no one in that room knows how close they came. Because Hollis is calm, cooperative, polite, and still armed. The second search is coming next, and it will miss the gun again. Arrest and transport. The decision to arrest comes quietly. No speech, no escalation. The drugs are enough, pills without a prescription, marijuana in the room, items already bagged and tagged. One officer says it plainly. Before they move him, they search him again. This is the second pat-down, and it's the last real chance to stop what's coming. The officer starts higher this time. Waistline, hips, down the legs. Hollis stands still, breathing steady, eyes forward. He remembers this moment later. Says the officer's hand came close. Too close. Close enough that it should have ended everything right there. But again, the gun is missed. A loaded .45 is still on him, still hidden, still nobody's problem. The cuffs go on. Hollis is walked out of the dorm, down the hallway, outside. The ride to the station begins. Officer Floyd is nearby as they load Hollis into the back seat. As Hollis sits down, something shifts. A sound breaks the quiet. Thump. Officer Floyd looks over. Simple, believable. The officer accepts it. They don't check the floor. They don't open the door. What actually hit the ground was the gun. It slid down Hollis's pant leg, hit the floorboard, sat there for a moment, and Hollis notices. He bends, subtle, careful. By the time the car moves again, the gun is back on him, re-hidden, controlled. No one sees it. The drive continues like nothing happened. Radio chatter, streetlights passing by, another routine transport. What's happening instead is a countdown. Every mile brings them closer to the station, closer to paperwork, closer to decisions that assume the suspect is unarmed, and Hollis knows it. He's calm because he's still in control, because every mistake so far has broken his way. 2 searches, 1 traffic stop, 1 transport, all missed. When they arrive at the Texas Tech Police Department, the danger doesn't feel immediate. Not yet. But from this point on, every minute matters, because inside that building, handcuffs are about to come off. And the gun is still there. Booking mistakes at the station. By the time they reach the station, nothing feels urgent. That's the problem. Hollis Daniels has walked inside like hundreds of other arrests before him. Drug charge, college kid, long night. The tone drops immediately. No raised voices, no weapons drawn, just routine. Keys clinking, fluorescent lights buzzing overhead. Hollis sits, quiet, compliant. Minutes pass. They talk casually. Names, forms, basic processing. This isn't treated like a violent suspect, not like someone accused of stealing a gun, not like someone who's already lied about weapons. By the way, this was promised earlier, and then they do.
Cooperate with me. We'll go ahead and pull these cuffs off a little bit, okay?
The cuffs come off. No resistance, no hesitation. Hollis rubs his wrists, flexes his hands, still calm, still polite. At this point, the danger's invisible. Everyone in the room believes the searches worked. They believe the risk is gone. No one says it out loud, but the assumption is there. He's clean. There's no final pat-down, no waistband check, no sock check. No one resets the situation now that the restraints are gone. Instead, they move forward. Officer Floyd East Jr. escorts Hollis down the hall, past desks, past other officers. They enter a small paperwork room. Private. Quiet. The door closes behind them. There is no body cam angle showing another search, no footage of anyone checking him again. In their minds, it's already been done. The camera in this room isn't obvious. It isn't worn on a chest. It's mounted. Silent. Hollis sits across from Floyd, legs still, hands free. The mood is neutral, almost relaxed. They talk like 2 people waiting out a process, like nothing serious is about to happen. And that's the final mistake, because this is the last point where stopping and searching him again would have changed everything. One more check, one more pause. It doesn't happen. Instead, Officer Floyd asks a routine question. Hollis answers. Then Hollis asks his own, and the room shifts, because what comes next isn't paperwork. It's 3 questions no one expects: the shooting and escape. The room goes quiet in a way that feels wrong. No paperwork sounds, no shuffling, just 2 people sitting across from each other. Then Hollis speaks. 3 questions, slow, careful. They don't belong here. Not in this room, not at this moment. 4 seconds pass. That's all it takes. Hollis leans forward, reaches down toward his sock. Officer Floyd never has time to react. Hollis pulls the gun. The same .45 missed twice. The same one no one thought was still there. 1 shot. The sound tears through the station. Concrete amplifies it. Doors down the hall slam open. Officer Floyd falls. The chair skids. Paperwork scatters across the floor. It's over immediately. Hollis stands there for a fraction of a second. Then he moves. He grabs Floyd's body camera, rips it free, turns for the door. He runs. Someone yells. Someone screams. Alarms kick on. Red lights flash. Radios explode with overlapping voices. The building locks itself down. Doors seal. Weapons come out. But Hollis is already gone. He hits the hallway, cuts past desks, bursts outside. Officers scramble, trying to understand what just happened. Who fired? Where did he go? How did this happen? Dispatch fills the air. The campus goes into lockdown. Students shelter in place. Patrol units flood the area. What no one realizes yet is that Hollis believes he's winning. He thinks the body cam was the only witness. He thinks the room was blind. He doesn't know the truth, because somewhere above him, a hidden camera kept rolling. And the next phase of this story isn't about what he did. It's about how far he thinks he can get away. Manhunt and capture. The radio traffic never stops. PD is not secure. Officer down. Suspect on foot. Descriptions go out fast, clipped, and urgent.
He's about a 19-year-old white male, skinny,
What's he wearing?
blue jeans, believe a light-colored T-shirt. He had mud on his jeans from the knees down.
Blue jeans and a white T-shirt.
Yeah, and he's got
Units flood the perimeter. Every exit covered, every path lit up. Teams fan out across campus. Flashlights cut through brush. Officers move shoulder to shoulder. Students are locked inside buildings. Phones buzz with alerts. Doors stay shut. Somewhere in the dark, Hollis Daniels is moving. He crosses a creek. Water up to his ankles. Mud clinging to his jeans. He ducks into thick brush, crouches, listens. For a moment, he thinks it worked. Then a voice cuts through the night. "Police, show me your hands." Another flashlight snaps on. There he is. Hollis doesn't run this time. He drops, hands out. "I'm the one who shot him." The words land flat. No emotion, no fight left. Officers move in carefully, weapons trained, commands repeated. "Don't move. Hands where I can see them." They cuff him. Search him again. This time they find everything. The .45 caliber pistol, loaded. The same gun that made it through every search. They find the body camera too, still on him, still recording earlier. Hollis is lifted to his pithat, walked out of the brush. Surrounded. The manhunt ends the way it always does. Quietly. Suddenly. Back at the station, Officer Floyd is already gone. And as Hollis is loaded into a car, one truth settles over everyone involved. This wasn't an escape. It was a delay. Because the next time Hollis speaks, it won't be to police on a radio. It will be to his family on a phone. Aftermath, calls, and interview. After the arrest, everything slows down. Hollis is seated alone, breathing hard, mud still on his jeans. He's offered a phone. He doesn't call a victim's family. He doesn't ask about Officer Floyd. He calls home. His voice is small now, controlled, almost mundane.
Being on the phone with a criminal defense attorney, I would really advise you not to say anything.
Yeah, on the cool, I haven't been saying anything.
Huh?
Maybe a little more extreme. I think that they're probably going to kick me out of Texas Tech High School. And I think that they're... Huh?
What he worries about isn't prison yet. It's school. It's embarrassment. It's being caught. Later, in interrogation, the tone shifts again. The adrenaline is gone. What's left is explanation. He talks about the drug charges, about fear, about not thinking clearly. He says something clicked in his head. He admits what he did, calls it illogical, calls it a mistake he can't take back. He asks to talk to his parents one more time, visibly shaken. He finally broke and spoke openly to the officers about the outcome of all this.
Hello, this is Dan.
Hey, Dad, it's me, Reed.
Reed, honey, are you okay?
I'm okay. I'm very safe. I'm with some very nice people right now, and I'm in trouble, and I messed up badly.
Oh, Reed, honey.
When the case reaches court, the explanation sharpens. He tells them he wanted to go out with a bang. He admits he asked about family on purpose, says he wanted those questions to be the last thing the officer heard. There's no way to soften that. The defense brings up addiction, mental health, youth. The prosecution brings up facts. 2 missed searches, cuffs removed, a private room, a loaded gun no one found. A jury listens to all of it, and then they decide. Hollis Daniels is convicted of first-degree murder. He's sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. Officer Floyd East Jr. doesn't go home. His family does. And when everything is over, one truth remains impossible to ignore. This wasn't one failure. It was a chain. A declined search, a missed pat-down, a sound explained away, cuffs removed too soon, each decision small on its own, together catastrophic. So the question isn't just why Hollis pulled the trigger, it's where would you have stopped it? At the traffic stop, at the dorm, in the patrol car, before the cuffs came off? Because somewhere in that chain, one different choice changes everything.